What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Welcome to tonight's show. Sonny, you want to say what up?
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? It's your girl Sunny. Welcome.
Welcome. All right, it's Monday, August 17th. Summer's coming to a close quickly, and but we here and
Yes.
got a great show lined up for you guys. Got some topics to discuss. Um, definitely got some good ones, and
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Gonna chop it up. Hopefully, we can get Dame and Hymp in here. We talked to them on a group chat and
Yes.
looking forward to a return of Hymp if we can get him on. I think he was on a few months ago,
That'd
not a
be
few months
dope.
ago, a few weeks back. So hopefully we can get him
Yeah.
again. But yeah, in the meantime, make sure you guys get over to our website, gftradioshow.com, for all of our socials, all of our links, and replays of our shows. And to our join the here we go. Speak of the devil. What up, though, Hymp?
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Hey, there we go. What's up,
What's
y'all?
good? What's good, bro?
Whole hell of a lot running around all that damn day. Just got in the house like 12 minutes ago.
Oh Jesus.
I got about a half hour in me because I got a cleaning job in the morning.
Oh,
You going in and out, Hank?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's just the volume is a little up and down.
Yeah, it's low, so we want to be able to hear you.
Tell me that.
But yeah, I had the same thing. I literally just got in at like 5 minutes to 10. So I was like, let me jump on here, get ready to do this show.
No, I've been running around with cleaning stuff. And like I said, I had to postpone one for this morning because it was raining to tomorrow morning. Then it's raining now again tonight. It's like outside, like a yard joint. So we're gonna have to see what the hell happens tomorrow, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I'm the only one at home ready to go.
right.
No, I ain't gonna lie because I've been what's the name been telling me to lay down and chill. Like you got a couple minutes till you start pop. I'm like, okay. And I'm studying on my phone, playing games, sitting up. Then I finally get tired and stretch and lay down, and then I'm like, oh God, okay. It's time to get up.
Sonny, that appears to be a really nice t-shirt you got on there.
Yeah, you see?
Oh man, look at that.
Oh, okay. Podcast Link Live show. Okay, that's what's up.
Repping the set.
I'm trying to get these niggas get these videos together, Sonny. I've been on key.
Oh, okay.
We gotta get
I'm
these
gonna take a
videos.
picture with the shirt on at some point.
Yeah, I think I put the. I don't know, man. I'll be all over, man. This has been the summer. This has been the summer right here. Like the craziest drawing. The World Cup. I told you I was at the World Cup for Philly and Jersey. I was on the All-Star game.
Was doing that.
I was on the All-Star game. I've been on a bunch of just catering for shows. I went to a funeral and sold 3 jerseys and a tracksuit. I wasn't even trying to sell nothing. We had a funeral, damn it.
That's crazy. But hey, that's also that's good marketing, apparently.
No, bro, I'll go to the bathroom and it was like, hey, Hank, man, I need one of them tracksuits. I'm like, all right, well, what size? Gave me the information. All right. I go outside. Hey, man, I need 2 of them jerseys. I look at my phone. This jersey you got on in this picture. Yeah.
That's good.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, no, my bad. She's screaming at one of the kids about the bathroom. 2 bathrooms, my bad.
No worries. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, first topic. Let me pull up the I think I can pull this.
Oh, damn, we live? I thought we was backstage.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we live.
No.
Oh, damn.
We live. We all the way live.
It's 10:05, bro.
It's a good thing I ain't go to my Social Security out there, man.
That part.
All right, so this one is called "Vacation to Jamaica Ends as Solo Trip After Bamboo Raft Fiasco."
Wow,
all right, so this comes from a Facebook post from a travel agent, and you know she was basically trying to hype up the fact that having a travel agent could be essential sometimes, especially when things go wrong. but the situation is what caught my eye. And I think this topic has come up, not here, but like I've seen it come up in other podcasts as well as other discussions out there in terms of, I guess, respect for the relationship kind of situation.
Yeah.
And basically, what happened was, in a nutshell, is that said the client's birthday trip to Jamaica ended as a solo trip because she booked a bamboo rafting excursion. Everything else was planned for her and her boyfriend. The flight was all inclusive. The tours, birthday dinner was booked. Everything. She called and saying that they wanted her to book a bamboo rafting experience for her birthday pics. The girl left out the part that her boyfriend told her that he was going to leave if she did the rafting. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, this is the raft adventure where usually it's like the raft,
the oil up,
rub down the woman.
Yeah, everybody know what that one is.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. So they rub the woman down and everything. What up, though, Dame?
Hey, Dame.
And give her basically
the
full service experience. And so she left that part out. And the travel agent said she guessed that the woman thought that the boyfriend was joking, but Buddy was dead serious. Said her tail got up and went alone, knowing how the bamboo raft dudes get down, and that her man already said absolutely not. Said this man changed his flight, left Jamaica early, and took her passport with him when he the day before her 30th birthday. Like literally left her in Jamaica because she wouldn't cancel the excursion. She still took the pics, then called the travel agent crying. She says, I swear I had to ask her 3 times if she was serious, because at this point I wasn't even thinking about the relationship drama. I had to think about getting her home. So she said she only had like 72 hours to kind of work things out to get the woman a replacement passport, get her, travel arrangements made and everything so that she could use the passport to get home. So basically, she did end up having the rest of the trip by herself. She got the birthday dinner, as well as, she missed the birthday dinner because the one that was originally booked because of all the frantic running around trying to get her passport together. But she got, the travel agent got one of the chefs to go on site and deliver her a cake and moet to her room. She said she was able to get her home safely and everything. And, everything worked out. But bottom line, like, this woman did not take it serious that her man was going to leave her in Jamaica if she didn't cancel that excursion. Would you go this far? Or, how would you feel if your mate did something like this that was totally against your wishes, especially in a situation where you've already made yourself clear on, how you felt about the situation?
I think we talked about this raft situation before. The whole rub down.
Yeah.
The rub down situation is a no-go. Okay. I'm not showing up with my wife and this nigga is going all up around the corner and through yonder. Okay. We're not doing this. Now, if it's any situation and we're in a relationship, we're gonna be mature adults about this and say, I told you I was uncomfortable with whatever it is. Now, if you decide to go through with it, you always have the choice to walk away. Where we went too far is, why are you gonna take the passport with you? You want to leave, then hey, that's cool. Like I said, you can always leave. Married or not, you can always just leave. Mm-hmm. And a little harder when you're married with paperwork involved and all that. But yeah, you shouldn't have took the passport. Anything past that, like, yo, I told you, oh no, I'm not with the whole raft situation. It's your birthday. You want to do the whole big situation? That's cool. But if you wanted to go, like, that was a girl's trip. That wasn't what you do. You don't take your dude, like, I'm taking the picture while you get your thighs rubbed. Like, is this the move? Because right. Like, what happens if this is the inverse? Like, right. I don't like it.
Yeah, I feel like even if it was a girl's trip, at the end of the day, that's not something that, like, that's a little bit much. And even as a female, like, you wouldn't want your man in the reverse doing that. All up in next to his.
That was said, yeah, like.
So
get his nuts rubbed, you just like,
whether it was a guy's trip, a girl's trip, or a you and him trip, that's not something you should do, especially when they told you that they don't like that. Like, that makes them feel away. And it's like, we've seen them. Like, you see what it is. You know somebody might have a problem with that. So to even have that conversation that it bothers him, and then you still go do it, and then now he shouldn't have took her passport. Like, if he was going to leave, then that's totally up to him, because he left because, one, he felt like he wasn't heard and disrespected. So that's probably why he left. For her to still go and do it, it's still disrespectful, because he already made you aware that he felt the way about it. He didn't want you to do that. You could do anything else you want for your birthday, or whatever else your parameters y'all set for you guys, that worked out. But that was the one thing he said he didn't want you to do. And then you not only go do it, but like, this man actually leaves. Like, you should know your person, and you should know what. I don't know how long they've been together, but like, does it say how long they've been together?
No, I didn't say how long.
But even still, if that's your mate, you know what they, like I said, he voiced
what they're capable of,
and you still did it anyway. So like, yeah, he left. I'm not mad at him for leaving, because he felt like he disrespected him. What else are you willing to do? Like, and stuff. And at the end of the day, he left because he probably didn't want to ruin your trip. He probably didn't want to argue with you the whole trip or anything like that. So the only thing his recourse was to leave, remove himself from the situation. You go have fun, but at the end, if you come back, we might not be together. But that's, at least you enjoyed your birthday, I guess.
Right. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I didn't, because what he could have did was ruin that whole birthday trip. Y'all could have been arguing the entire trip, and you wouldn't have had nothing. Like, it just could have been a whole hot ass mess. It probably, like, it still was to some extent, but it's just like, girl, you didn't have to do all that. And it's like, me personally, I wouldn't do that. If the person I'm with says that they don't, even if I don't think they would have to tell me. That's not something I would do,
Right.
Not unless we both say, this is what we're doing, we're good with this, blah blah blah. Okay. If we had that discussion and you're recorded, then I'm that's something that we want to do or we want to experience. Cool. But if I'm already telling you that's a hard no, and you just like, oh, I'm gonna do it, okay, well, have kick rocks.
Right.
Like, the only thing I do say is he shouldn't have took her passport. But maybe, did he take it intentionally?
That's a good question. It wasn't clear if it was
had him together and he just left.
Yeah,
and then realized he had your passport.
Yeah,
until you realized it. And
it wasn't clear that it was. It wasn't clear that it was intentional, but it was definitely done. So yeah, we just have to go off of the information we have. What was your question, Hank?
My bad. Have we ever seen any dudes on the raft, John?
Well, I've heard that they do now offer a similar experience for men, and they have women that do the rub down instead, and so that way men can do it as well. So I did hear that. I don't know what it entails, because I've seen some pretty sketchy raft videos out there and raft pictures where the men are doing some wild stuff. But then most of the time, it seems like it's a very not even very. It didn't even look enjoyable to me. Some of the ones I've seen out there where they just basically rub the stuff on, smack your legs, and then keep you moving. Like, they're not doing nothing sensual. They they're touching your legs, but it doesn't generally look.
It don't be like them chick Jones, baby.
No, yeah, but I've seen a couple where they did like it got out of hand, and then people were making comments like, oh, I bet they in there doing stuff to the people, and it's like, yeah, it seems like that's kind of far and few between, but it's still something, like you said, that I wouldn't.
It's almost like going to
what my wife doing or my girlfriend doing. It just was just too much.
Yeah, it probably.
Let's get Dame's comment real quick. So yeah, let's get Dame's comment real quick. Oh, you got on
usually if you turn the mic on,
that would help. So if from a safety point, don't take the passport if y'all having an argument. You're in a different country, different rules. Things go down. You see it as of late, people been disappearing off some nonsense. So y'all can have your argument when y'all get back to the States. Y'all could break up, make up, have your little hash out there. Don't do it abroad, because you don't know what can happen. You don't know all the rules, especially for foreigners, So just for a safety point, just don't do stupid stuff like that. I don't know, like Hank said, was it taking the passport taken intentionally or mistakenly. You just, it went from worrying about potentially her being harmed and not coming back versus, y'all having an argument over a massage. You know what I'm saying? So, one thing, it got escalated, could potentially escalated. So that from that standpoint alone, I'm just not cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's that was definitely the too far point. He definitely went from being petty to taking it to hell, and just going too far. But definitely, I feel like the rest of it made sense in terms of, like you said, removing himself from the situation. I think Sonny was saying, like, allowing them to have, allowing her to have the rest of her birthday the way she wanted it, and then without him, because, like, what is you doing? And I definitely think that it goes down to respect for the relationship. And it may not even be something like that. It could be just something as simple as just, you're doing something against my wishes that I would prefer you not do. That, like you said, you wouldn't appreciate me doing the same thing, if the roles were flipped. So, why take it there? So yeah, I think it was definitely dumb on her part to think that, oh, he was just joking, or that he was, not being serious about this thing that he obviously was against, and made it clear that he was obviously against. So yeah, it was just too far, just too much. So yeah, I think she definitely learned a hard, quick lesson, because let's not ever do that again. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's like going to a massage parlor, and some of them massage parlors be a little extra.
Yep.
Like,
true that.
At the same day, like, you won't want him going to a massage parlor getting a happy ending. So why would you think that it'd be cool for you to do that, and knowing that you feel like you would feel away? So why wouldn't he feel away? Like I said, whether it's to be determined whether or not he took the passport in a malicious intent or intentionally. He could have very well just grabbed the bags, threw some shit in there, and left. And then he realized he took it. If he took it intentionally, that's super foul, because, like you said, Dame, anything could have happened as far as that is concerned, and you just don't know. And that's not an ideal situation to be somewhere out of the country without your documentation.
Right.
Because you essentially left her stranded where she couldn't even get home, and that's a whole nother feat.
Yeah, it's dangerous. That is dangerous. I didn't think about that part.
You got niggas with paperwork at the airport can't get back home. You got me showing up without paperwork.
Right.
Yeah, that's. I had to call my cousin.
That's diabolical.
My cousin is gonna have to beat you up when you get off the plane.
Right. Something. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, that nigga flying American. He on flight 321.
Right. Get him.
It ain't Spirit no more.
Right. Let's move on. So the next story, I saw this on Facebook as well. I don't know how I've been on Facebook this much. I usually don't even be on socials that much. So a Google Play customer was refused a refund after his digital copy of Lord of the Rings was removed from his library. So a Google Play user sparked widespread online outrage after revealing that his purchased digital copy of Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Trilogy was completely removed from his library without a refund. When the user contacted Google support, agents confirmed that the trilogy had been stripped from the platform's catalog due to licensing shifts. However, Google denied his request for a refund or a store gift card because the original purchase was made in 2022, placing it well outside the platform's standard 120-day refund window. When you buy a movie, book, or game on a digital storefront, you are not buying the item itself. You are paying for a limited, non-permanent viewing license. Incidents like this continue to fuel the physical media matters movement as consumers realize that physical Blu-ray discs and DVDs are the only way to truly guarantee permanent ownership of a film. So what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like this just kind of further cements this physical media matters movement? Do you think it's just something that people just need to be aware of and that kind of thing? What's your preference?
I didn't know that, and I bought Rio for my son.
Let me hear what Damon was saying. What'd you say, Dame?
I'm calling BS already. because of gaming. You know, a big time gamer here. They have stripped not just like if the developer or say the makers, the companies or the publishers are go out of business or whatever, they can take that game with them. Like there's a game some years ago came out called Too Human. They just completely shut that system down. If you had the physical copy or digital, you cannot play it whatsoever. It would not boot up on the your system that you're playing it with. They're actually doing that now with other games and licensing. A couple of months ago, Sony said they're no longer, I guess, physical copies, no more physical copies of games. And then you can have a sale online for streaming games, could be $70, but the digital copy or the physical copy would be what, $40, $20, something like that. But they got control over the licensing whatsoever. They can do whatever they want. So it's not even a matter about having the physical copy anymore at this point. It's whatever they want to do, they're going to do it.
Good point, especially from a gaming standpoint, because I know that the physical media matters movement is definitely more surrounded around gaming than it is about music and other media. Sonny, what was your take on that?
Oh no, it's like I said, so that makes me wonder because I got what did I get? I got my son, I downloaded or bought one of his movies that he likes, and he could watch it on YouTube whenever he so choose. So like if you all decide to not license anymore, he's not gonna be able to watch it. And I paid a couple hours for it, but like it's just one of them things, like you said, like especially with the games. I don't, like I said, I never heard of this movement, but now being made aware, it's like I know a lot of people that do buy like Dane's point, that do buy games online or play their games online because there's no physical copies. And so now they're buying these games and playing these games. So then these games are not going to be available at some point. It's crazy work because then you have to buy them again and spend more money with something you already bought one time that you thought that was fine. And it's like one of the things that might be hidden in the fine print that who sits there and reads through terms and conditions.
Do you agree button?
The terms and the conditions.
Yeah, and then when they send email saying this is the update, nobody reads that.
Right.
But you know what the funny thing is about that? Because I also like say you lose power or the internet goes out because of storms, you know, Midwest. Here, you know, if you have no internet, you cannot play certain games or play DVDs in certain systems because of licensing. They won't let you, even though you have the physical copy of the disc. I put it in my system, and next thing you know, I can't play it for some reason because licensing. You have
because they have to check. They have to phone home and check back in and make sure you have the legitimate license. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Hank, what's your take?
This is why I'm old and I still have cable. Okay. That don't even make sense. Like, so basically, y'all telling me I'm just renting until you decide that I didn't rent this no more. Like, it's supposed to be rent with the option to buy. This is just like buy with the option with a permanent rent until we just say, hey, it's not on it anymore. Like last week, the game, I was like rewatching the game. Wasn't nothing on TV. I go to Netflix and just watch that. That was my shit. And now this week, it's just gone. So like, had I purchased 3 seasons of it, and now I watched 3 episodes, and then y'all just say, okay, your lease is now up. Like, that don't even make sense. So this is why, like I said, this is why I still have cable instead of having 56 streaming apps, which is, guess what? They call that cable.
Yeah.
You got all the apps, you got cable.
Yeah. I mean, I think from a gaming standpoint, because of the fact that physical media in games is still not a guarantee, to Dame's point. It's still not any much better than just having it digitally streamed or digitally downloaded. It definitely still, the problem is that a lot of these companies are taking this licensing model to the next level and making it where you're basically renting for life, or for the life of the game. You don't have any rights or recourse if they decide or if things shift and they no longer are offering it. And to Sonny's point, even if the game is still available elsewhere, now you have to spend extra money to get it, because like I play this game, No Man's Sky. It's available on multiple systems. If one day No Man's Sky says, oh, I no longer want, No Man's Sky on Xbox or on PC, I can still play it if I have a PlayStation or a Wii, or not Wii. What do you call it? A Nintendo. What is it called now?
Nintendo Switch.
Switch, yeah. If I got a Switch or a PlayStation, I can still, play the game. I can still get my save file and everything, but I'll have to buy it again on one of those platforms in order to play it if they decide to move from one of the other platforms. And that just sucks. I definitely think that it's one of those things where capitalism has outpaced human decency and common sense, but going back to movies and music, there's no licensing thing like that when it comes to physical copies of music and movies. So the physical media does matter in those situations. If you want to really truly have a copy of that music or that movie for life, you definitely have to purchase the physical media. Other than that, you're at the whim of the platform that you're on. Sonny said she paid a couple bucks for it, but this guy, he paid for Lord of the Rings trilogy in 2022. So yeah, he didn't pay full price, but I'm sure he still paid a good amount of money. He probably still paid somewhere around 20-30 bucks. And now
if I paid $199, nigga, I paid for it.
And right. Well, true. Very true. Very, very true. Very true. Because you can still go to the store and get an old movie or an old box set for less than retail. But now you have it, you don't have to worry about licensing and all that other stuff. So I definitely think that it's one of those things where you do have to be conscious of the decisions you're making when it comes to what you're purchasing and how you're going to feel if this licensing thing pops up later and it's no longer available. Because if like, I don't know, I feel like I have a movie on Comcast system that they no longer offer for rent or purchase, but because I did purchase it, they maintain that copy. Now, is it because their licensing is perpetual? That's possible, but let's say it isn't. They've come through and allowed me to continue to use this, regardless. And I know that there's also games out there and a couple of other platforms that do offer media on a permanent license. I think Xbox is one of them, where the old Xbox games, even though they no longer offer these games for sale, they because I quote unquote purchased them, I have the digital download. I can continue to use them because they don't have to check in for licensing. I can just play them straight off my downloaded copy. So it's and I can still download it from their servers because they still host it on their servers. So sometimes it still works.
Now with the Xbox, we had lost internet, and because I didn't have internet, I tried to play a movie inside my Xbox. They wouldn't play the movie.
Yeah,
any other movies, because
that's digital. That's digital check-in.
I'm thinking about buying. I don't know why, but a DVD player just for that reason. Like if we lose
I got
internet,
one, but I threw out all my DVDs.
Wait, you threw out the DVDs? Oh,
because I had so when I bought my house, I had so many DVDs.
She had the whole entertainment system.
It was crazy. Like I had so many DVDs, it didn't make no sense how many I had. I had like a big bucket from like Home Depot. But I still have my.
She moved into Blockbuster, y'all.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I have a Blu-ray player. So I can play Blu-ray and DVDs, and I still have all my DVDs. Definitely not giving those up, especially because nowadays you never know. So he said, "Did you just say cable?" Yeah, he sure did. Definitely said cable. And so he said, "It reminds me when we used to be able to play songs on live. Now we get banned and videos get removed because of live." Yep, that's another licensing thing. These companies, I mean, this is another model for them to make money, and whatever it takes for them to make money and to keep things to themselves, they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
The dumb thing about that is, like, if you post a reel and put whatever the hell song from Biggie on it, Don't you think the song gets more exposure to more people that post reels and things with them? Like, it's not like I'm not making any money off this, unless you got like a page where you doing 4 million and all
Right.
of that. But like, if you got a
No, but
few
Those
even
are the
when you
ones
do
that don't
that,
get banned though.
even
They
if you do
usually
that and you
can
add a
play that kind
song,
of stuff and
all
no
right, see, that
issues.
don't even make. That's what I'm saying. That don't even make sense then, because it's like, wouldn't you want the song to be in rotation? Because like, even when you put up a reel, it'll say like, this song is getting a lot of views. Like, if you put this on it, like, so wouldn't you want that to keep your stuff in rotation, keep it in the
Yeah,
algorithm?
they do want it, but they want you to go through them for the licensing and the
But,
payment.
it's who's
and they
like,
do,
all right,
and they do a split
yeah, I
thing. So
really,
if you have a certain song on your thing and they can hear it clearly, you'll have to split licenses. So they be like, if you get paid, so and so gets some, and then you get something. You have to agree to it, or you got to remove the
Yeah.
video.
who's like, you know what, man, this Ti song is really gonna make my reel. I have to bring them out so that I can post this reel for my daughter's party.
Right.
Like, come on.
Hey, that's how it works now. That's how it works. Oh, and you can't even do that. Even if you did buy it yourself and then now you're playing it in the background because it's playing on your CD, you're still gonna get erased or banned because you played it and because they didn't get their money for that actual reel playing it. They're not going for it. They're like, nope. They want to go through their system so they can count them clicks, they can count them views, and they can get their payment
It's cool. I'm about to start
your
playing the
video.
bongos. I'm playing the bongos for anybody who needs real little audio behind your joint. I'll just have a little 1-2 in the background for you.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
crazy
whatever.
now.
Who gets paid for a
Yeah.
smoke detector going off?
Hey yo,
Who takes the what?
You pay for your smoke detectors to go off.
because
Oh,
it's
right.
a noise.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fire
oh.
department, the fire
So
department.
you know what? In fact, hey Dane, I'm about to put in the license in for my batteries are low. So every time niggas got the batteries, oh
Get
yeah,
to a bag.
I
Hey,
need
they go
parts.
Duracell. They go Duracell. They about to pay us.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny.
All right. So the next topic up, as soon as I can get it to act right. I'm trying to. Oh, I think I need to back up off of it a little bit. It's like, oh, there we go. Okay.
It's your
Hype
first
is in
day.
the building. I'm just surprised.
Yeah.
I feel like we made it.
Right.
I told
Hey,
y'all,
you know what?
man, things have
But you
been
know what
hectic.
though? Because Hype is here. Where you been at, Hype?
I've been everywhere, bro. You missed that part.
Oh yeah, you missed that whole part. Then
Well,
coming in,
no,
you
but
fired.
no,
Right.
but where else can we find you?
All right. Yes.
Right now, you can find me at Custom Hustle World. We have some brand new product ready to drop. Some brand new collar shirts will be dropping tomorrow, just for the folks to know. Very nice material. You know what I'm saying? It feels great on the skin. But yeah, those will be dropping tomorrow over at Custom Hustle World. You can find me at H2H Cleaning. That's why I have to leave early tonight, because I have to go do some H2H cleaning tomorrow. I was out scouting and working all day with that. And I'll keep saying this. Promise you, once, shouts out to my man Nah. Once life stops life, we'll be able to get back to How to Hustle podcast behind it. Also, I did just get an email that said, congratulations, How to Hustle podcast was hype is still ranked in the top 30 hustlers podcast, and I haven't dropped an episode in a year. So
Right. That's what's up.
we're still doing the Lord's work out there.
Yeah, that's
For
dope.
sure. That's very dope.
We
All right,
gotta
so
get you
next
back
topic
up to
is
speed.
my-
That alley oop was.
Yeah, man. I got
No, I'm saying that alley oop to Hype. We gotta get back in shape.
I probably had to work on some CH7s then, so we can make sure we get the jump right on them.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. So next topic is my
That's all
wife
you got,
died 2 months ago, and I'm ready to move on with my best friend.
Hey,
So this topic came up through Just Fix My Mess from Breakfast Club. This guy called in. He said his wife had passed a couple months earlier. She had been sick for a while, and he said he had did all he could to make her life as comfortable as possible. But then unfortunately, she passed away. So he said that he feels like he's in a good space to start moving forward, and he wants to move forward with his best friend, this young lady that he's been friends with for even before the marriage, I guess for 15, 20 years. And he feels like, it's the best thing for him right now, even though it's only been 2 months since his wife passed. And so he called in and asked, what the Breakfast Club thought about that situation, if they thought it was appropriate, if he would get backlash, things of that nature. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a good idea for him? Do you think he should rethink his plans?
Making any life decisions 2 months after losing your significant other, you said 15 years, isn't a good idea. If you want to switch from butter to margarine, you should probably sit on that for a little minute, because you're probably not about to make a rational decision. If you shooting at your best friend, let's just call it 20 years, you've been plotting on this, or you was already hitting, like, there's no way you just 2 months later, 2 months ago was June, like it just the summer had just touched down, like, and then you're gonna tell me, but for the summer's even out, you going to something else? There's no way I did all I could. It don't even sound right. You sound crazy. Like, you got to make it make sense. I don't know how you even tell yourself, like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. One thing he did reveal during the discussion was that he actually took a shot at the best friend years before he got with his wife.
Shocker.
And but they no, I take that back. No, it wasn't before he got with the wife. Before the wife died, years before she died. But he was still married at the time, and the best friend shot him down. Like, no, I gotta respect your marriage. So yeah, he was already on some bullshit before.
Yeah. So you just a nut. All right, you just told him yourself. Okay, you're a nut. Got it, Sonny.
Yeah, it's crazy because in the job I previously held, we talked about this a lot because I did leave. People were out sick and stuff. People caring for their loved ones and stuff like that. In those situations, this could be vice versa: men taking care of the wife taking care of the husband. And I feel like when men, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this, and it's not saying that all men, but it's very common that the men move on quicker than a wife would if the husband passed. Yeah. Now, 2 months is a lot, but I'm just saying, like, as far as moving on, sometimes it takes the wife a little longer. Some men will not move on quickly either, but it is those men that's so used to having somebody there, they just need somebody there, right? Mm-hmm. And for this situation,
that type of person, Sonny, and like, because you can have them situations where like these people have been together so long that he don't even know how to operate alone. That's when the cousin moves in, or the best friend and moved in to help you out with that transition. You don't then start to hit.
No, I completely agree. I'm not saying I agree with any of that behavior. Let's get that clear. Disclaimer: I don't condone any of that, but I'm just saying, like, it is very common for that to happen, especially like stuff that I've seen, right? And I feel like it's one of those things, like we talked about on the last episode about somebody getting sick. Depending on how long she was sick for, whether she was incapacitated or not, at the end of the day, y'all got married, and it said through sickness and in health. And it's like, even if she was sick and couldn't perform her wifely duties, you still shouldn't be stepping out. And he was stepping out before she even advanced over to the other side. Mm-hmm. And it just gives that you've been liked her, you try to shoot your shot, she shot you down, but even still, you're talking about moving on with this person. So she was game. She was with it. She just wanted you to leave your wife, essentially leave your wife, or waited or patiently waited for her to move to the other side, which is crazy. Because it's like, what? That's crazy to me. Like, everything about it, both of them are weird. Weird as F for that. How he even called out loud in public, like, I know that wife's family is, if they recognize this voice, they're going to be like, wow, that's crazy. Like, did you really love her? At what point did you decide to step out? And if there were kids involved, that's a whole nother conversation. Right. And then it ties into the can men and women be friends, because you've been talking, that's your best friend, and all of a sudden you got feelings.
Right.
You've been had feelings.
Talking about, hey, listen here. We just have dinner.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy as hell. I don't like any of it.
Yeah, Dame.
I'm
What's
gonna
your
hunt my
thoughts?
man. I swear to God, I would. I will hunt him.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Dame?
2 months is wild.
2 months is crazy,
That's
bro.
just crazy. It's crazy work, man. It's like, dude, can like I told you a
People that
story a
get
couple of
married.
months ago about somebody. A couple of months ago, somebody got remarried after their wife died. She died in November. He got remarried May of the following year. And like you
Mm,
shoot your shot while your wife is sick. Now, if he said he shot a shot like years before, like they got together, that's one thing. Like, oh, she shot me down. I moved on. I'm kicking it. With somebody else. We got married. Now my wife is sick and dying. Maybe we can move on or try to start something else different. But still, the timing sucks. You make yourself look like a butthole when you said that you shot your shot to your best friend while your sick wife, was still alive. That's the butthole move right there. If he didn't say that
mm,
part, I'd have been like, yeah, this kind of quick, but I understand why. Like Sonny's, like I forgot who said it about used to being with somebody. Somebody always gotta have somebody with them. I understand about
Yeah.
companionship. You want somebody to be with you, but at the same time, 2 months, my guy, dude,
right.
I have sandwiches that that was older than that. It's just like, what the heck? Just That's just bad taste.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's bad taste, especially the timing. The timing just is like I could see a year. I wouldn't turn my face up at a year. Um, 6 months just still seems too short a time for me. And then especially that it's the best friend. Like if it was somebody random, somebody new, and he happened to had felt like, oh, this person just dropped in my lap, and now I do want to
Yeah.
feel like I can move on and start dating, then I would be like, oh, okay, understandable. But like you said, knowing that it's this best friend, knowing this is someone, and then even taking it even a step further, knowing that you shot your shot at this person during your marriage, regardless if you were on break or having bad time with the marriage, I don't care what it was, but knowing that all these nuances and pieces were already in play, knowing that all you were doing is literally waiting on your wife to die, sounds diabolical to
Essentially.
me. People in the comments were like, did anybody check the autopsy, because what's really going on? Yeah, I definitely think it's just bad taste. But he did also reveal that he had two children, both adults, but young adults, I think 19 and 24. So yeah, I think that his kids would be, oh no, actually they might have been older than that. It might have been like in the mid 20s and 34, because I remember Jess said that she was 34 as well, and she would be side eyeing her dad if he did something like that. So yeah, I think even myself, I felt like if one of my parents decided to move on so quickly, I would definitely be like, what are you doing? Like, that's crazy. Like, your mate just literally passed away. Like, slow down, take 2 seconds to take a break, take a breather, yeah, he needs to put his dick back in his pants and chill out. Basically,
That part.
I think he's doing too much too soon, too fast. So yeah,
If
definitely think it's just too
if he
much.
if he was lonely, just go to Robert Kraft's massage parlor like we was talking about earlier. That's all you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
do.
that Robert Kraft joint probably in a couple hours. So
Yeah.
because of the topic that we just talked about, I had to come ask my lovely wife what she thought. She talking about the soil ain't even hard on the woman's grave yet. How the hell?
Right? Yeah,
That's why
Sonny
I
said
said.
the
That's why
same
I
thing.
just put her
She
grave
said her
ain't even
grave ain't
settled
even
yet. To put
settled.
an headstone on you already
Exactly.
punching
The
on
way
somebody else. It's crazy.
the way she's looking at me though, Sonny, I'm like, hold up, my answer was not. I moved on 2 months later. Okay,
Yeah.
Like I
She's
wasn't
all,
even
so that
answering it.
she like, so the nigga who's the
I
best thing
didn't
that ever
say
happened
yes.
to him. I said, whoa, now we don't know that she was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Nobody love is in agreement with 2 months later though. Shooting your shot at your home.
Yeah, that's some wild work.
Too wild.
Jesus be offense. I wish
All
All
I
right,
wish
gang. I gotta go.
I wish Smooth would. I'm a hunt him from the depths
So
of
we
my
just use
soul.
so we just use names now. All right.
I
We
said
just roll
Smooth.
now.
I didn't say
Oh.
government. I almost did. I almost catch myself. I wish he would. I wish I would hunt that nigga to the end of his. Listen, every time he goes somewhere, I scare the shit out of his ass.
Oh, hey, damn, this sounds like an HR claim, damn.
I'm just saying.
I'm haunting niggas. Okay,
I'm
this
hunting
sounds
him.
like an HR claim.
He ain't gonna be a sleep good no more.
Right.
Ghost whisper the fuck out of him.
Let me see something. I'm trying to see if I got one more for us before we take off.
Terrible.
They didn't even bum the body yet.
Oh, okay. So I was sent this one. So this topic right here was interesting because I wish I could make this bigger. How do I make this bigger?
That's what she said.
That's what. Now I was about to say it. I was about to say it. Yeah, out of control.
It's good to have the crew back.
Yeah.
No, I really wish that man would. I'ma hunt him. He would every time he go on the sets, he falling. Like what? Oh, you want to play? Okay.
Yeah, this thing is being down. Hold on a second.
All you gotta do is bless her with a yeast infection every time you went down.
Not a yeast infection.
I thought that was that. Okay, that's petty. Okay.
Hello, Sonny.
Every time,
Have you met?
every time he's
All right, so
pump machine on, turn it off.
all right, so this one says a lady said, ladies, make sure when you make the decision to be child free that it is your decision and one made with deep thought. She says, my now single aunt just found out yesterday that her ex-husband of 15 years is expecting his first child at 52, even though they had both expressed during their marriage they didn't want children. Now my aunt is dealing with all these emotions because she thought that she didn't want children until seeing he and his fiance's maternity shoot. I really don't have even the words to console her. What's y'all thoughts on that one?
Y'all exes, why you?
There's a Dave Chappelle. There's a Dave Chappelle skit where he said, "Tough break in word, there's always FUBU."
Yeah.
That's it. That's tough though. Like, cause she not just might be feeling like left out. Cause if you initially wanted not to have any kids and now you having regrets because your ex, she might be just projecting. Psychologically, you go through so much when you see your ex doing certain things that you didn't want or you did want and you didn't never do it. Like I wonder how when I saw my ex-wife when she seen me with my kids and my wife, how she felt. Because
but y'all didn't say y'all didn't want kids, right?
I told her I didn't want any. If I could not have any, I'd be okay. But if we did have kids, I'd be okay with that too. It was not like 50-50 up in the air, like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, but you didn't tell her.
To
like,
see me,
I'm assuming in their situation, they both said that they didn't want kids.
No, I didn't say that. No, like a definite no. It's like whatever happens, happens. But I was leaning like 55-45 not to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Then to see me with 3 kids, like years later after our divorce.
I know, diabolical, Dame, diabolical.
Yeah, out here wilding. No, because I feel like that's just one of the things where you really got to stand 10 toes down that you don't want no kids, and don't say it. Don't say it because he says that he doesn't want kids, or vice versa. Because
that's the problem.
That's the thing that happened. I feel like happened here. Either she wanted kids and he said he didn't want kids. He thought they was gonna be together forever and she was gonna be fine without kids. That's a deal breaker. If you really want kids, that's something that you should really stand 10 toes down on. Like, oh, I really want kids. Don't say you don't want them because they don't want them. If you still want kids, you need to figure out what you're gonna do, whether it's being with them or not. Because they might not want kids with you. Not that they don't want kids, they just don't want them with you. And it's unfortunate. Or maybe he really didn't want kids and he decided like this situation, they was happy, you know, it happened and he was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go with the flow. And he excited about having a kid now. Maybe that person made him want kids because they really wanted kids and they had that conversation. Like, listen, I know you don't want them, but I really do. What are we doing? Because if it's a deal breaker, then we don't need to be together, you know, type of situation. And maybe it was he decided that he wanted kids. He may say later if they don't work out.
You do feel a certain vibe though when you're with somebody.
Oh yeah, like, for sure.
Like you do feel, you do feel a vibe. Like I'm not feeling kids with this person. Not you might not know it, but you like no, I want kids because you love this person. But to have kids with this person, emotionally, you might be like, not. But you get with somebody else, you be like, I could see myself having kids. With my Jazz now, it's like I didn't mind having kids with her. Like when she told me she was pregnant, I was okay with it. Like I wasn't freaking out. Like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever, or what are we going to do? I was actually happy.
Well, no, but that and let's take it a step further. It could be situational. It don't even have to be that person. It could be that situation, right? They could have been in a situation where maybe he didn't feel secure enough to have a kid or in the right place in life to have a kid. Maybe they were struggling. They could have been a terrible couple together, whatever the case may be. It could have been other things in play that made him feel like, this isn't either the right time or the right space to have a kid in. And now that he's in a different space and a different time in his life, and, let's just face it, there's some men out here who get into their 40s and 50s and decide all of a sudden, like, you know what, this is the best time to have kids. And they go on a kid spree. So, I think that she definitely shouldn't look at this as totally, him either lying or him feeling like he needed this other woman in order to have a kid. It just could be a different situation in his life where he feels like, you know what, now I'm at this point where, I can have kids. Or it could still be a total shock for him. Maybe he didn't agree to have a kid with this new woman and it just happened. And he's like, shit, who's to say just because he's in a maternity shoot smiling that he's happy.
That's a major thing
situation
too.
Go down,
Yeah.
And like Auntie, be happy that he didn't leave you as a single mama, messing around after 15 years. And now y'all divorced. He could have left you a single mother. So, be happy about that. Like, and going back to her, I definitely feel like there's more of a projection than if she felt that way all the way up until seeing that picture. You don't want kids. You just want what he got. That's all. And you feel like, oh, now I'm missing out on something
like that could have been your life.
Yeah, and that's no way to look at life. There's no way to look at somebody else's situation and go, oh, that could have been me. Like, no, that obviously couldn't have been you. Y'all weren't in that space. Y'all weren't in that place. So, walk away from that and just be happy.
Yeah, I feel like what you said is true. Be lucky because y'all was together 15 years. It didn't work out. Y'all exes for a reason. Imagine you having a kid with this person and having to navigate life, and it could have been difficult. It could have been stressful. It could have been a whole bunch of other things, and just a hostile situation to go through all that. And then, especially if you really didn't want kids and it just happened, and you just like, okay, we're going to do this, and now y'all not together, and he done moved on, had another kid with another person, and it could be issues about that. He treated that one better. He's there for this one. So at the end of the day, like, just be like I said, I'm not saying she can't be upset about it. She can't be hurt about it. You could be in your feelings about it, but also look at where you are at right now. Because sometimes, like, it just wasn't that person. That person wasn't for you,
Yep.
In that space. Maybe he might not have been a good dad for you. So it's just one of those things that you kind of, I mean, work through your feelings because you're allowed your feelings. You're entitled to feel how you feel, but
sure. But also, chill out.
Be truthful.
Calm down, Auntie. Calm down.
But be truthful.
Yeah, be honest with yourself.
Be truthful with your feelings. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, like one of you said earlier, don't make that decision based on this other person. Like I was in a situation like that one time where I felt like, I was talking to this girl and she wanted something only because I wanted it. And it was like, that's not how I want a relationship to go, you know. So luckily, I didn't allow that to be the narrative. But I think that there's some people that just don't even realize they're making a decision based on what they see this other person is saying, and they just want that relationship so bad, you know. So I think it's definitely best to make your own decision, make your own choice, and be, like you said, Sonny, be 10 toes down on that choice. One way or the other, you know, because it could and it should make or break that relationship. Like, you don't need to be in a relationship that doesn't fit your needs.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this tonight because I gotta get up early in the morning. So thank you all for joining us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when to catch us. In the meantime, Sonny, tell the folks where they can find you.
Well, guys, you can find me at IamSunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Threads. Follow me on main character energy _pod, and check me out on unreservedlyme.com, where all my information and all my blogging is.
All right, for sure.
I love the sexy specs.
Make sure you guys get with Hype over at I Am Hype on IG, Twitter, and Threads. How to Hustle Podcast with Hype. Usually is on Mondays at 2 a.m. He has, like he said, he hasn't had a chance to record a show in a while. But all of the replays are over on your favorite audio platforms as well as on YouTube. So make sure you go check that out. Also check out Custom Hustle World and H2H Cleaners over on Instagram. Dame, tell the folks where they can find you.
Right here in this little box. Oh, this big box now. At Another Level Up on Instagram, Channel21 on Xbox and Twitch.
All right. And it's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere at Willie Styles on IG, Threads, and Twitter. Mama named it Twitter. I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter. Willie.Styles on Snapchat and TikTok. Visit me over at stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to. WillieStyles.info for all my links. Make sure you holler at me. All right. Make sure you guys get over to GFTRadioshow.com for all of our links to our socials, all of our replays on both audio and video platforms. Also, GFTradio.creator-spring.com for all of our merchandise and all of our accessories. And make sure you get over to Facebook to join the conversation group at facebook.com/group/GFT. Join the conversation for all of your day-to-day social needs. To holler at us and come hang out with us. So make sure you do that. But until next time, you know where to find us. We are out.
Yo, it's your boy Dame here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D.
Yo, it's your boy Smooth from the GFT Radio Network.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building.
Join us Mondays at 10 p.m. live on Twitch, YouTube, and our Facebook. And if you miss us, don't worry. You can catch it on our website, GFTradioshow.com. And if you feel like talking to us every day, join our Facebook group.
At Join the Conversation, the group where you can discuss all kinds of topics.
Catch me also, Fans Respected, Dope Sports Show. Holla at your boy.
You can cop some merchandise over at our store, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, masks, and even more.
Next time on GFT Radio, what are we talking about? Join the conversation to find out.
Make sure you get at us on GFTradioshow.com for all of our audio and video playbacks, as well as links to all of our social media sites.